Long ago, there was a beautiful kingdom called Gulzar. This kingdom was famous not for gold or power, but for the sweet scent of roses. Every street, every garden, every doorway was filled with blooming roses. Their fragrance had a magic that could soften even the hardest hearts. In that kingdom lived Prince Arhan. He loved roses more than anything in the world. Every day, he walked through the royal garden. He talked to the flowers, admired their colors, and breathed in their scent. But one strange thing always happened. Whenever he went near a red rose, he felt as if someone somewhere was calling his name softly. One night, when the moon was full and the whole world was asleep, Arhan heard a song coming from the garden. The voice was so gentle, so pure, it sounded like the fragrance itself was singing. He followed the sound quietly between the roses. Suddenly, a silver mist rose in the air, and from that mist appeared a fairy. Her hair shone like rose petals. Her eyes sparkled like drops of dew. And around her was a soft glow, a perfume so lovely it could make you forget the world. The fairy smiled and said, "I am the fairy of Gulzar. This garden is my home, but my magic is fading. Your king has sold all the roses to make them expensive. When love becomes a trade, the roses lose their soul." Arhan was shocked. He said, "I promise, fairy, I will free your roses again." The fairy looked at him kindly. "Your promise is brave, prince," she said, "but it won't be easy. You must find 3 roses that never fade. Bring them to me in 3 days. If you fail, I will disappear forever." The next morning, Prince Arhan began his quest. His first stop was a frozen forest where flowers were made of ice. A genie lived there who could freeze time itself. Arhan begged, "Please give me a rose that never dies." The genie laughed. "A rose that never fades belongs only to a heart free from time. Give me your most precious memory and I'll give you the rose." Arhan closed his eyes. He gave away his most beloved memory, his mother's last smile. The ice around him melted, and a glowing blue rose appeared in his hand. On the second day, he reached a shining silver river. It whispered softly, as if it could speak to the soul. The river asked, "Prince, why are you risking your life for the roses?" Arhan replied, "Because roses are not just flowers. They are the language of the heart, and I want the world to remember what love feels like." The river sparkled and said, "Then take this, the rose of love. It blooms from pure emotion." A silver-pink rose floated up from the water into his hands. On the third day, he walked into a burning desert. The wind was hot. The sand was fire, but in the center stood a single stone, and on it grew the rose of truth. The fairy's voice echoed in the wind. "You can touch this rose only if your heart is selfless. Forget yourself, Arhan, and live only for goodness." Arhan reached out and touched the rose. At that very moment, his heart filled with light. The sandstorm stopped, and the fairy appeared brighter, stronger, more alive than before. The fairy smiled. "Prince, you have found all 3 roses. the blue rose of sacrifice, the silver rose of feeling, the golden rose of truth. Together, they will create a flower that can never fade, the rose of eternal love. She placed the roses in Arhan's hand. When he planted them in the soil of Gulzar, a warm breeze spread through the kingdom. People smiled again. The roses began to sing, and the entire land filled with sweet perfume. The fairy whispered, "As long as someone smells a rose with a pure heart, I will live forever." Then she turned into a beam of golden light and vanished into the air. Where she had stood, a heart-shaped rose bloomed, glowing softly under the moonlight. Moral of the story: the fragrance of love never fades. In the hearts of those who share it, not sell it. If you enjoy this story, please like the video and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for more new videos. Thank you.